In this video guide, I will show you how you can watch and display and explore and visualize your projects in Sketchup Viewer, your Sketchup projects, of course, architecture, design, interior design, and whatever. Now, this can be really handy when you have to display your project and you are not home, or for example, you have a client and you want to show them your idea on your smartphone or on your tablet if you don't have your laptop with you. Now, of course, you cannot create a model here in the smartphone, but you need to have the SketchUp application installed. So if you want to model, you need to have a SketchUp. But if you just want to view a project, you don't have to install, you don't have to pay basically anything. You just need to install the viewer. Now, we already did another video guide about the SketchUp viewer for Windows. So this is the viewer for Windows. And in this viewer, we can click here on Open File, and we can open up any SketchUp file that we have in our computer. So this is a similar operation in the smartphone. It's pretty similar. So let's check it together. Now, the first thing we need is to have the smartphone app. So the first thing you're gonna do, there's the icon right there in the middle. Okay, let me make it bigger here. So this is the icon of the SketchUp viewer, and you can click here. If you don't have it, you can go to the Play Store, just search for SketchUp viewer and install it. It's pretty easy. So once you install it, you open it, and this is the viewer right here. So I'm gonna go back to the home page and I don't want to save this one. So the first time you're gonna install the application on your smartphone or other device, you will see this welcome screen. So you have an hamburger menu at the top left, these three lines that will give you access to profile and other settings. You will have these two projects, examples that you can check if you are starting to use the smartphone and the viewer in the smartphone and you don't really know how it works. Then you have a search icon here. If you have many projects and you want to look for a particular project, you can then give a sorting, and also you can filter in your search, and you can display them with icons, with the list, or with these big thumbnails. Now the last button here, the little cloud, is the most important, because here you can actually get your models inside the SketchUp viewer. So you have many different options. If we click here, you can upload any 3D warehouse project or model. And if you don't know what all these things are, we made other video guides about SketchUp, about 3D warehouse, so you just need to search for it in our YouTube channel. Also V-Ray for SketchUp if you're interested, but we'll talk about this later on. And also you can use Trimble Connect. It's another service here, or the more famous Dropbox. Or you can just upload, you just need to save with a USB cable, or just by downloading from an email a SketchUp file. So the last one is just a file on your device, and this is the one that I will show you just in a few minutes. Now, before we get into that, you just can click here in the dance center, just tap with your finger, and you're gonna get inside this project. Now, it's pretty handy and pretty easy to use. So with one finger here, we can orbit around. With two fingers, we can pan, so we can move horizontally and vertically. And by spreading the two fingers, we are gonna make a zoom. So it's pretty easy to use. Once you use it for 2 minutes, you will then be a master of any movement. Now, unfortunately, we don't have at the moment a walkthrough, but we can just, try to zoom and zoom and zoom and try to get inside our scene here and try to then move around with our orbiting like that. But it's kind of difficult. I think they should add a function where they let you walk through just like you're walking in video games, and like Unreal Engine, Unity, things like that. Okay, now other things that you can do here in the left side we can measure. We have measure tools. We can change the units. We can play animation if we have animation. So you can see here there are animations, and this is also pretty cool because you can set up the animation in Sketchup and then you can play it here, and it works like a presentation. Again, if you want to show this to your client or to your university professor or wherever, this is pretty handy, especially because we don't have a walkthrough here. So if you register this by using the scenes in SketchUp, then you can just play it and that's it. You don't have to do anything. But you know, you can then interact anytime. You can take it back here, you can take control, and you can move around and explore interactively the scene by just watching it from any angle. And then we have the layers here. Let's stop the animation now, otherwise it's gonna continue play. We have layers, so I can turn off, turn on layers. And again, this is so handy because you can like separate the first floor from the second floor, and you can analyze really deeply your architecture, your project, whatever it is, interior design, product design, with your client, with your friend, or whatever, in really easy way. And then we can change here from perspective to orthographic, and we can change the field of view. And let's see the next one. Yeah, we can activate shadows. If we want to see some shadows, we want to increase the quality. We can show the hidden geometries if there are hidden geometries, the section planes, at the axis. We can change here the styles of the visualization. So you really have many different options that you can play around with, but I cannot show you everything. It's gonna take too long. So just play around here. You can check all the different nice views here or styles. And the last one, it's augmented reality, but my device doesn't support this. So I hope that your device support that, and then you're gonna also be able to display some augmented reality. And the last one is navigation. So this is orbiting, panoramic, so pan, zoom, just with one finger, zoom extents if you want to zoom to the extent of your project, and you can position the camera in a particular point, and also you can look around with this last tool here. Okay, so you just have to play around with it and experiment, but it's really easy to use it. Okay, now let's see how we can upload a file. Now I have just sent myself an email, and I have attached to this email a SketchUp file. So it's really easy. Easy, just like sending an email with an attachment. Now, once you send your email with the attachment, you can download the attachment on your device in the download folder. This is the easiest way I think you can get SketchUp files inside. So I will skip all the other options here and get here to file. And you can see I can, this is my download area in my smartphone. So I have other things here, but there's my furnishing SketchUp file. So I will click on that, and there you go. It's gonna open it up right here, and I have to save it if I want to see it also later on. But there you go. This is the same project that I have been using and working with in SketchUp. I can now check it right away into the smartphone app, and I can go back here and save it so that each time that I want to display it again, I will find it here, and I can create like a library of projects that I can check from time to time. So I will now exit this full screen mode just to show you that this is the same one that I've been using in here. So this is the viewer on the desktop, and the file it's right here. Let me see it. There you go. So it's just a simple furnishing SketchUp file that I've created into another video course dedicated to V-Ray for SketchUp if you're interested. Now, of course, you cannot display V-Ray in the SketchUp viewer at the moment, but we don't know, anything could happen in the future with this type of software. And so this is basically it. This is the project itself that I've created with a SketchUp Pro trial. And well, I didn't create the project actually. I got this from the 3D warehouse. So this is where you get all the models, and you can also upload the model directly into the smartphone if you want to have fun. You can also upload your models, your projects here in the 3D warehouse. And this is where you also create your account, your Trimble account. Just remember that when you're gonna install the viewer, you're gonna be prompted to create a Trimble account. So you can do that just by searching for Trimble account here in the search engine, and you can create your account on your computer and then use the same password and login to get into your smartphone viewer. So it's just a simple account that you need to create sooner or later if you want to use SketchUp products, and especially the 3D warehouse and the application on the smartphone. So, well, this is basically it for this video. I think that I have explained you everything, but if you still have some questions, please write your questions, and you can also write your suggestions if you want.